Title: The Leopard of Lonavala Hill, a story about realistic deadlines. Part 1. Karen's Always Rushing Company. In Pune, a young man named Karen had a small app company called Monsoon Apps in Hinjawadi. He always told his team, if the deadline doesn't scare you, it's not good enough. So he promised big projects in very short time, made people work late at night and on weekends, pushed them to go faster all the time. The result? The app had many bugs. The biggest client got angry. The team was tired and upset. Karen's aunt Shalini was a project manager in Mumbai. She knew how to plan big projects safely. She said, "Come with me to Lonavala tomorrow. The animals there know more about time than you think." Part 2. The Deer and the Grass. Next morning, they went to the hills of Lonavala. In a green clearing, they saw somber deer eating grass. The leader was a big deer called Rana. There was grass everywhere, but the herd did not run around grabbing from all sides. Ate slowly, patch by patch, never pulled the grass up by the roots. A young deer, Chintu, said, "Rana, let's eat faster. If we hurry and pull hard, we can finish this whole field quickly." Rana answered, "If we pull too fast and too hard, we rip out the roots. The grass won't grow back before the dry season. We will have no food later." He said, "We eat at the speed the land can handle, not at the speed of our fear." Shalini whispered to Karen, "If you rush too much, you damage the future." Part 3. The Kingfisher Who Waited. Then they walked to a small stream. On a rock sat a bright kingfisher named Neil. He looked at the water without moving. Sometimes a fish moved. The water rippled. But Neil didn't dive at every wave. After a while, Neil tilted his head and suddenly dove. He came out with a fish in his beak, sat back on a rock, and ate. Then he waited again. Shalini said, if Neil jumped at every tiny splash, he would get tired and hurt himself. He waits for the right moment. His timing is based on experience, not panic. She looked at Karen. You make your team dive at every ripple. That's why they are tired. Part 4. The Monkey Who Rushed. On some wet rocks, they saw a troop of gray langurs monkeys. One young monkey, Bolu, jumped from rock to rock, showing off. "I leap fast," he shouted. "No need to check the ground like you slow elders." An older monkey, Dada, warned, "These rocks are slippery. One wrong jump, and you'll hurt your leg." But Bolu wanted to look brave. He jumped towards a big gap without checking. His foot slipped on moss. He banged against a rock and slid down crying. His leg was bleeding and sore. Now the whole group had to move slower, take a different path. Wait for Bolu. Shalini said. One show-off jump to go faster made everyone slower. That's what bad deadlines do to your team. Part 5. The Leopard's Careful Hunt. At sunset, they reached a viewpoint over the valley. A forest guard said, "If you're lucky, you'll see Rudra, the leopard who lives here." They waited quietly. Soon, a leopard appeared from the bushes. Strong, spotted, silent. That was Rudra. He didn't run like crazy. He walked slowly, stopped often, smelled the air, listened to sounds. Down below were some wild boars. One small boar stood a little apart from the group, not careful. Rudra saw this. He crouched in the shadows and waited. Very slowly, he moved into the right position. He watched the wind and the slope. Then one quick jump. In just a few seconds, the hunt was over. Rudra had his meal. Shalini told Karen, Rudra doesn't attack every animal he sees. He would waste energy and get hurt. He chooses his moment carefully. His success comes from planning and timing, not from always running fast. Part 6. A New Kind of Deadline. Back in Hinjawadi, Karen looked at his office differently. He saw tired faces, empty energy drink cans, late-night messages. He called his team. "We promised our client a full new app in 3 weeks," he said. "I gave that date just to sound bold. That was wrong." He asked, "Design team, how long do you really need? Developers, how long to build properly? Testers, how long to test so we don't repeat last time?" They told him honestly, about 6 weeks. Old Karen would say, "No, do it in 3 anyway." This time he thought of Rana and the roots, Neil waiting to dive, Bolu's fall, Rudra's careful hunt. He said, Okay, we'll tell the client 6 weeks. In 3 weeks, we'll show a prototype, first version. In 6 weeks, we'll deliver the complete, tested app. His team was shocked, but also relieved. He also said, no more 2 a.m. messages. If we must destroy our sleep to hit a date, the date is wrong or the work is too much. Part 7. What happened next? Karen told the client, Aditi, the truth. 3 weeks is not realistic if you want a good app. We can give you a working demo in 3 weeks and the full, stable app in 6. At first, Aditi was unhappy, but she remembered the messy last release and agreed. Fine, but if I fight for 6 weeks, you must stick to it. So the team broke work into small, clear tasks, removed extra, nice-to-have features, kept some buffer time for problems, protected no meeting times for deep work, stopped normal late-night texting. They worked hard, but not in panic. In 3 weeks, they showed a simple, working version. Aditi's team tested it and gave feedback. In 6 weeks, the final app was ready. Much fewer bugs. Support team didn't suffer. The client was actually happy. Later, at Lonavala again, Karen told Shalini, I used to think saying no to crazy deadlines meant I was weak. Now I see. Being realistic with time is how we build things that last. Lessons learned for you. Rushing can damage the future. The deer who ate too fast would pull out roots and lose food later. In work or school, when you rush too much, you often create big problems for later. Mistakes, stress, bad results. Don't jump at every urgent thing. The kingfisher doesn't dive at every ripple. He picks his moment. You also need to choose what to focus on instead of saying yes to everything. Ignoring limits leads to falls. The monkey who leaped without checking the rock got hurt and slowed down his whole group. If you pretend you don't get tired, or that you can do giant projects in no time, you will slip like him. Real strength is smart timing, not nonstop speed. The leopard was fast only at the right time. The rest of the time, he studied his area and waited. In life and business, planning and realistic deadlines, let your fast moments actually work. Realistic deadlines are not laziness, they are honest. Karen stopped making promises just to sound impressive. He started asking, how long will this take if we do it properly? That's what real leaders and good students do. Good work needs time to grow. Just like grass, roots, and animals need proper time. Projects, homework, and big goals need enough time to be done well. Too short a time equals weak results. Ask yourself, do I set realistic time for my homework and projects? Or do I always do everything at the last minute? Am I trying to be like Bolu, jumping too fast? Or like Rudra, planning, then moving fast at the right time? It's okay to work hard. It's good to move quickly. But the smartest people and animals know. The right speed is the one that lets you stay strong, safe, and proud of what you built.